Hello, everyone. Welcome to Heart Center Tarot. As always, my name is Marina, and I will be your guide for this portion of the journey. And look who I have with me. It's Linda G. Hey.
Hola, hola.
Hola, ¿cómo estás?
Bien.
Perfect. That's about the extent of my Spanish is very, very limited.
No puje, señora, no puje, which means don't push.
Oh, okay. Oh, wonderful. Hey, thank you guys for joining us.
Hi, Lily. Hi, Mommy. Hi, everybody.
Oh, and
cute with her little cowboy get up going on there.
Yeah, well, you know what? We are celebrating, this is Calgary Stampede week. Oh. So this is the one time in the year that everyone puts on their cowboy hats, their Western wear, and we just kind of hoop it up. And it's a midway show, a rodeo, a whole bunch of other things that just go on for 10 days.
I never imagined Canada having rodeo type energy.
Yes, ma'am. It was, when was it started? I think about it was well over 120 years ago anyway. And it was a fellow from the States who came up and was talking about the rodeo and got a few investors to bring in cowboys. So yeah, now the rodeo is from, we got Canadian, US, Mexican, from all around the world.
I love that thing with Deborah Winger in Urban Cowboys when she went to the funeral of their dear friend, Uncle Bud. And John Travolta was there with his new high-class girlfriend.
Uh-huh.
Said, "How are you doing? Are you happy?" And he said, "Yeah, I'm real happy." She said, "So am I." She was lying. She said, "I'm happy because I got me a real man, a real cowboy."
A real cowboy.
"I'm happy because I got me a real lady."
Oh, nice. Nice.
Dan, yeah. Seascape.
Hello, Dan, artist, painter, Luana Bailey, Marilyn Monroe. Thank you, all of you. Listen, I'd love to say hi to all of you individually. I did kind of sort of in the beginning when there wasn't that many, but yeah, but we're at 625 right now.
You know what I'm talking about? We got a show to do.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. And who else did I see that popped in here? Ivana Intuitive. Hello, sweetheart. Nice to see you here. Linda H. Everybody. So yes, we are thoroughly enjoying the Calgary Stampede, and then from the 24th to the 28th of July. Usually, it's a week after Stampede that the Tsuut'ina Nation up here puts on it's a powwow, is what it is, and yeah, usually
is it like our big fair, a Comanche fair with all the dancing and stuff?
Yes, ma'am.
You know our fair? I love the fair. I love being with the tribe. But once again, I'm going to Chicago right when the fair is going to happen.
Oh no. Well, you know what? I'll take you with me in spirit, because generally I'll go on either the Saturday or the Sunday.
Is it packed?
It is. And there's there's a rodeo. There's all kinds of different things going on. It underneath sort of the big tent is where you have the ceremonial entries. They do the dancing and have the prizes and the drumming. I love the drumming.
I love the drumming, but I even like those dancers with the big skirts, the ones that do the walk in front and walk in back and circle. We used to do that up at the park where we'd stay for a week. I can't remember the name of it, but it's in the woods. And they used to serve you 3 squares a day, and you had a tent. But they would do what do they call that dancing?
Square dancing?
Square dancing.
Square dancing.
I love that.
Yeah. Yeah, I like those. I love the yeah, I'm a great favorite of the jingle dresses. I love the way they sound. And yeah, the when you have the especially the male dancers when they're doing, they are so done up and they're just.
Let me tell you, our native menses can be. I mean, I don't see anybody with a beer gut.
No,
No, not a one of them.
no, not at all. And there's, yeah, some of them, especially when they're doing, you know, they'll do, they'll invite the families and everyone to come in, especially during the opening ceremony, right? So
they condemned me from going out there and dancing with them all because I did the bun testing, you know. I just felt, I felt it was important to squeeze the buns. They finally told me I had to get the hell out of there.
Ah, the nerve.
May I ask one last question?
Sorry?
May I ask one last question?
Of course.
Any kind of food that they serve there that you really enjoy?
Yes, ma'am. They have what they call an Indian taco.
That's what we have.
Yes, and it's I think it's bannock bread and some other things. Food is amazing.
It's, and listen, when I was one of the last times I was with my beloved Rachel, my cousin that recently died of ALS, before we did the ALS, my cousin Sue came out and made up a whole bunch of the taco, bread, the fry bread.
Yes.
And, oh my God, it was so good.
I know that. Yeah, you can't get enough. You just can't get enough. And there's always all kinds of different, you know, they'll have different smaller tents set up that you can go in. There's handicrafts. You're looking for beads. Oh, please.
Oh, I imagine
nonstop. Yeah, the jewelry, everything. It's just you don't go there, you know, for half an hour or an hour. No, you spend the day there.
Yeah, that's what you got to do at
yes,
with the tribe. It's several days. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. This one is it starts on the 24th on Wednesday and goes to 28th on Sunday. So
can we just highlight, do you see Lori up there? She said, "Hey Linda, did you hear the latest on news on Clarence?" This has to be double checked. Yeah, there you go.
He was found to have given a yacht trip to Russia with help. You know what?
What?
One of the things that I thought that we could take a look at is apparently Sheldon Whitehouse has sent a letter to Merrick Garland saying that he is.
They want a special counsel.
Yes, they want a special counsel and they want an investigation into Clarence Thomas, as they should. As they should.
Is it trying? Now, we don't know this. I don't know, Lori, I don't know where you got this from because sometimes I'll go and I'll Google it and find out it wasn't true. But yeah, but I will tell you, I would not be surprised on this.
I know. I was, I was listening to David, my favorite, from David from Tarot by the Bay.
Oh, he's wonderful. Yeah.
Isn't he just adorable?
He's wonderful.
I love reading with him.
And his brother Gary is really cool too.
Yes. Yeah, he is. Gary has joined us now on when we do Taco Tuesdays.
Awesome.
Yeah, Gary has joined us. And it's always interesting to get his perspective on things as well.
Yeah, they're both wonderful.
I know. I told them I was so jealous when they were able to go up and meet with you.
Oh, if you were here, you know, I would come get you. Yeah, they drove all the way out here. Let me tell you, it wasn't it was a ways away for them to drive. But we went to this French restaurant where I met the man whose girlfriend runs the restaurant. Oh my God, we had the best time. It's not somebody that you sit there and try to think of what to say.
Yes.
The only thing is they still haven't sent me their address. I need their address.
Do
you know, I need your address, you and Gary.
Yeah, please.
But you know what? He's busy. Every time I turn around, he's got a show.
I know.
I
I
can't do
know.
that much. I used to in my younger days, but
Yeah.
not that much.
No, I was teasing him one day. We were doing the show, and I said, "Okay, so you've got Tarot by the Bay, you've got Twin Tarot, you've got Tarot of the Seven Seas, you've got Terramundo. Like, are you trying to take over YouTube? Like, what?
Yeah, what the hell? What the hell?
Yeah, exactly. And while you're doing that, could you please make sure that I'm included in some of the
Yeah,
things?
you go. Oh, you have the time for that, girlfriend, not me. They're lovely, but I can't. I can't do it like I used to, girlfriend.
I know. I know. I
Because
know.
it's
We have
very hard. It's very hard to be on the shows and be able to eat at the same time.
yeah. It is. And I find
My idea of good living is chowing down and watching TV.
yes, ma'am.
But I miss all my shows. I don't watch MSNBC anymore. I don't watch any of them.
No.
I'm watching the Weather Channel.
Yeah, you know what? I've been tuning into AP News.
Oh,
Yeah, I've been tuning into the BBC. I've been tuning into
Sky News.
Global News up here in Canada. I was so disappointed in what CNN did to Biden that I thought, yeah, you know what? I'm done.
And their ratings are going straight downhill.
Yes, they are.
100 people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's, it's kind of hard to be at your best. Number one, when you had, a big meeting or whatever get together the night before. You spent the 4 international trips in the last 5 weeks. Not feeling all that well. They give you bad lighting and turn down your mic and say, come on, perform.
But it's surprising. Even somebody like George Clooney is saying he needs to step down. Anyway, what I said was, who's George Clooney? Who cares?
Yeah.
I don't care who. I'm going to tell y'all, and please listen closely, because I do get a lot of emails. Sometimes I got 20 of the same doctor that talked about, you guys, the media needs to stop this, because everybody wants me to know, but trust me, I know. But I just want you guys to know, if I had any kind of a upset or fear in my gut, in my chakra, I would tell you, but I'm telling you, Biden is going to win. Biden's going to win almost like France. It's going to be something that everybody thinks. I think Trump actually thinks he's going to win.
Mm-hmm.
He's almost thinking he's got it in the bag.
Yeah. No, not. I agree with you. It's not going to happen. And I've been saying the same thing. And when all this happened with Biden right after the debate, the next day, here he is. He's talking to. He's on stage. He's talking to a lot of people, and he is clear. He is succinct. He is Biden.
Right, and, but like I said, okay, so you want Biden to step down, but the Democratic Party isn't going to make him step down. I think there's 3 or 4 people that said maybe you should step down. But but so you can't get somebody in there fast enough to win. So what are you telling me? You're going to vote for Trump? Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah.
What's your other option?
Yeah. I think a lot of people are starting to pay attention, and my feeling is that this has really backfired and is going to backfire on them very, very badly, because there's, let's face it, there's a good number of people that are out there that are of a certain age. And I mean, just my generation. Okay. That, we see the number of our birthday, but I'm not ready to give up. I'm not ready to throw in the hat and say, oh, well, once you get past a certain age, that's it. They're done.
Yeah.
So I think that what they did to Biden angered a lot of those people who might have been sitting on the fence and saying, well,
Well, look at
I
how
don't
much
know.
money he made. Oh yeah, well listen, there's people that top-notch people saying they're not going to give money to the Democrats, probably even George Clooney, unless they have Biden step down. So you mean
Keep your money.
you guys are all that you think you can blackmail the Democratic Party just because you give money? Guess what? He made more money post that debate than
Yes.
he ever did, and it was from, he said, under $200 a head.
Yes. Yes, exactly. So no, I totally agree with you folks that this does not feel like, I don't know, maybe I'm hoping.
Biden's in trouble, girl. No. I'm
No,
going to tell you right now, and it's the women and the youth. 4 million youths will be of age to vote by November.
Yes, absolutely. And yeah, the women are a little annoyed, and there's a big difference between what people say when they're talking to each other and right, and the mega and all that. There's a difference between that and what happens when you get in that polling booth.
Yeah,
a big difference.
But Trump sat up there and babbled. There was nothing he said that was pro-America. There was nothing that he said that even you were on the fence. Well, he does have this thing. He didn't present anything.
No, it was just one lie after another. And how do you, Biden was prepared for a debate. Let's talk about substance. Let's talk about policy. Let's talk about this, that, and the other. Trump came in and said, yeah, you know what? I'm just going to sit here and spew a whole bunch of BS. And
that's what he's good at.
That's what he's good at. That's what he does. So, yeah, with his talk of batteries and sharks and
he's going down. And let me tell you, the news might not be covering the Epstein thing, but it's talking and going in the circles.
Yes, it is.
Somebody said this, and tell me what you think. Somebody's saying maybe the reason the big news media isn't presenting this because some of their names are on the Epstein files.
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah, I think so. There's, oh my gosh. Okay, Sherry. Excellent. Sherry says, breaking news, impeachment articles have been filed against SCOTUS judges.
Thank you. wait, girl, let me pull it up.
Perfect.
Was it from, who was it from?
Yeah, what's the source, Sherry? What channel is it breaking news on? Yeah, Sherry
Norman and Cortez introduced articles of impeachment against the Supreme Court. So it was AOC, God love her, she's a future, let me tell you. That girl's got the future in the palm of her hand. Hey, you guys, if she comes out here, come to my house, we'll have her over for tea.
Absolutely.
She'd be looking at us. Hey, listen, she'd be looking at us thinking, here she is young and chipper. Shoot, we'd outdo her in a New York minute.
Yes. Yeah. And
even Fox, it's even on Fox News, Sherry.
Woo-hoo-hoo.
Representative Alexandra Ocasio-Cortez. I feel like she'll be married and pregnant soon. Filed articles of impeachment against Supreme Court Justice Samuel Alito and Clarence Thomas on Wednesday, that's today, alleging unchecked corruption. So what I need to do is find out, I'm not seeing anything about Thomas went to Russia.
Okay. All right, just a second. Lori said that Thomas trip front page news on Yahoo News. Google it. It's real. Both Thomas and Alito have.
There you go. I see it right here. Supreme Court Justice Clarence Thomas has been accused of not disclosing a yacht trip to Russia and a private helicopter flight to the palace of President Vladimir Putin, hometown, among a slew of other gifts and loans from business. Oh, he's going down. What did I tell you?
Yes.
What did I tell you guys? And let me tell you something else.
Yeah.
I think he's going to exit stage left. Remember, I felt there was pressure on him. I couldn't tell it was over Jenny or what.
Yes.
I think all this, he's just saying, I'm out of here.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah, there, you know what? I said a while ago that what it felt like to me was that someone was going to have a conversation with Clarence Thomas and say, listen, we're either going to toss your butt out of here, or you're going to come out and say that, yeah, you need to spend more time with your wife who isn't doing so well right now, or whatever. But yeah. Oh, Sherry. I could kiss you.
I could kiss you, Sherry.
Yeah.
You told us about Thomas going to Russia, and she was dead on right.
Yes, absolutely.
Oh, to the yeah.
Oh my gosh. Oh.
I love it, you guys.
Yeah, and yes, Alito is next. Him and his, yeah, well, you know, my wife,
Did you see that bar thing that showed Thomas was like, way, I mean, the other justices get a little something, but
yeah,
way out of the way. Well, they take his, hell yeah, they're going to take everything from him.
Yes. Yeah, and they should. And you know what? Once Biden gets in, once he's got the House and the Senate, there will be change coming, absolute change.
With SCOTUS, right?
Yes, with SCOTUS. They are going to review the last 3 appointments. These people, they committed perjury. They lied under oath when they were specifically asked about Roe v. Wade. They said, no, it's settled law. And then what's the first thing they did?
No, Amy's trying to be better.
Yes. Yeah, she's trying, but I don't know.
I feel like she's in trouble, girl. That's what I'm feeling.
Yes. Yeah.
But
yeah. Don't. Oh, sorry. I just noticed something from here from Barbara Hall.
Out the room, because it's going like this.
Yes, absolutely. Don't listen to anyone who tells you that, you know, Biden needs to step down. Biden is going to lose. Biden this, Biden that. They are trying to get to you through fear. Okay? Yeah. You just say, well, yeah, that's your opinion. You're welcome.
Yeah, and it's like they did with Hillary.
Yeah.
They did the same thing with Hillary. And listen, let me tell you something. Hillary had all the famous movie stars on her side.
Yes.
Including George Clooney, and she still lost.
Yes. So, yeah. No, Biden is going to do just fine. There and then change is coming. And this, you know, it's funny because a lot of us we've talked about this for some time. The fact that you got to lift off the cover. You got to look at all the muck and gunk that's underneath it.
Exactly.
You can't clean house, you know, just by taking a feather duster and going a couple things. You got to take things off the shelf. You got to wipe down, right? This is what's happening. And I think that's one of the reasons that, you know, that Trump had to come along, is because who else but Trump could be so in your face with all these things.
Right.
If it was anyone who was a little more wishy-washy, you know, this Project 2025 and all that might have a chance of succeeding. But he's so in your face that.
Well, listen, and here's the thing. Somebody was talking about, he told his parents in Florida about 25, and they were like, what's that? And when he explained it to them, they could hardly believe it.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, don't be upset about 25 coming out, because 25, along with women's rights, they want to take away women's rights for voting. Yeah. That is your stab in the heart. That's definitely going to take Trump down.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. His days are numbered. They really, really are. And
I'm really double checking any information, because Russia is, just like somebody said, Russia and China are putting out fake news.
You would not believe it.
I'd almost have to see George Clooney saying out of his own mouth what he's doing.
Yeah. Yeah. And I'll tell you, it's not just in the US. It's not just here in Canada. It is worldwide. And this was really brought home to me today when I have a cousin who still lives in Croatia. And I was originally born in the former Yugoslavia. It's now Croatia. And we correspond. And he sent me some recordings of, conspiracy theories and right. And he's saying, well, is this going on? Is this really happening? And I'm having to, with everyone he sends me, I'm having to let him know, no, no, this is not true.
The United States.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost as bad as what the news are getting over there is that Hillary Clinton was eating babies in a Pizzagate.
Yes,
it was a total fraud and a lie.
Yeah,
but can I ask you, how President Jimmy Carter went in with a 14%. His numbers were up 14%, and he still lost to Ronald Reagan by a good number. So the polls, we need to just, every time we're disappointed in polls. Yep. But how did it get so lopsided with France that they, honest to God, thought that the right wing would win?
There was a lot of misinformation that was floating around there as well. And they have a funny way of doing things. They basically have two elections. And I can't remember exactly how it works, but there's two. There's one election that they have, and then they take the top 3 or 4 people or whatever, and then a week later they have another election. Now they also they elect a prime minister and a president. So they do things a little different, a little weird. But
my friend Dan told me today that actually Macron didn't win his party, but it's still better. The party that won is still better than the side.
Yeah. They kind of realized that they were in a bad spot. So there was a coalition that happened between the two parties and said,
someone says the left candidates dropped out to consolidate support to defeat the right, and it worked. Awesome.
Yes. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, absolutely.
I know Adam Schiff, my Atticus. But then somebody's coming back and saying that is not true. Nancy Pelosi said that's not true, that he didn't encourage Biden to drop out. So I don't know. Let me tell you something, you guys, okay? Y'all listen up. Take a deep breath.
Yes.
I just want you to know probably what the guides told me the last time I talked. I'm sorry it's not till September, but it's all systems go. In September, nobody's talking about Biden exiting. In September, it's all systems go. And a lot of this is already bridged under and I think more is going to happen with Trump between him being connected to that 25 and to the Epstein files.
Absolutely. And you know what? I was initially really disappointed when his sentencing was delayed till September. And then I thought, actually, you know what? That works out a lot better, because if he had been sentenced like he was supposed to tomorrow, it would have given him, his followers, whatever, a lot of time to kind of spin the story. Once he's sentenced in September, and he will be sentenced, I think he is going to do, maybe a few days, maybe a weekend. But he is going to do a little bit of jail time, and I think it's going to happen because he went against the gag order. They may not be able to do it for because it's a first time offense and blah blah blah. They may not be able to do it on the initial charges, but just don't forget, Judge Marchand said after he fined him the initial $10,000, and he went against a gag order 3 more times. And Marchand said at that point, I'll deal with this at the end, at the sentencing.
There you go.
So, yeah, I think that's where he says, yeah, well, you know what, you get probation for this, but on the gag order, yeah, you're going to do weekends in jail for the next month or something.
Spirits from beyond the stars. Can you see here? I held it close. She might be up a little bit with you. Spirits from beyond the stars.
Let's see, trying to find spirits. Everyone needs to keep their eyes on the GOPRNC convention. Yeah.
Have you gotten anything on it? I'm going to real quick.
You know what? I think that there is. It doesn't feel normal. It doesn't feel like a proper convention. It feels very, very contrived. But you know what? Yeah, let's have a few cards just to see. But let
me clear my energy and see if I can pick up.
Yeah.
I see some violence. It might be outside.
Yeah. Oops. All right. This card wants to pop out. The moon. Yeah. There's a good bit of
something unexpected, you guys.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if Trump will even show if he gets sick or something. Something's going to make them blinded. Like,
yeah,
something's going to happen. Like it would be their king doesn't show.
Yeah.
Arguing on the floor. I'm even seeing some people saying that they don't want Trump, and that could be where the violence starts.
I think so. I think one of the it was probably about a month ago or so that I did a show with Celtic Tarot Sheila, and did a little bit of a remote view. And as I was sort of in that state, I could see the and it was like I'm looking from the top behind the judge, and I'm looking down. So I could see the back of the judge, and I could see there's 2 groups of people, and they're all really agitated and so on. And the one group was just a lot more animated. And as they were kind of talking, the side door opened, and Trump was ushered in, and he was in prison garb, and he was handcuffed. And so I sat in that.
Yeah, somebody said Trump hasn't been seen. He was just did a thing yesterday.
Yeah.
So what else did you see?
So and that my question right away was, oh my gosh, what happened? And it was, what I got was that he was turned in by the Secret Service for trying to flee the country. And I thought, okay, when is this going to happen? And at that time, I got just before the trial, and I got July 9th.
Wow.
So clearly, July 9th was yesterday. Nothing like that happened. So I'm wondering if maybe it will be sometime in September or whatnot. But no, I honestly think they're planning something shady at the convention, and somebody walks away. I think that's him.
But you know what? I'm even feeling I saw like a lot of stuff on the ground where it's wads with blood on it, like some sort of something happens, maybe a shooting or something, but I see blood on it, but I don't see Trump gone. I see people covering him up, trying to escort him out. So if he does show, he might have to turn around and leave right away.
Could be, but yeah, I heard a lot of things, but you know, I take what I hear with a large grain of salt. And, you know, until it's confirmed by several other sources,
you can't trust anything.
No. No, no, you have to go through so many things to get at it. But I think the Epstein tapes are going to, they're certainly going to help. Yeah, in his undoing, because his name is all over, all
Yeah,
over. And yeah, I think it's going to come out.
I love it. I love it, girlfriend.
Yes, absolutely.
And
And
sometimes people have said this date astrologically, and the date comes and goes, and I don't feel anything. This one, I'm feeling some upset, but it's not astronomical.
no, no. And yeah, just one of the things that I've said to people more than once is, when someone wants to share something with you that just doesn't quite sit right in your solar plexus, ask yourself,
If it's
why are they sharing this with me? What is their motivation behind sharing that with me? And what's in it for them? And yeah, and then kind of, do your own research. Don't, my mother told me blah, blah, blah. Well, that's good. Maybe, I'm not saying your mother's a liar, but maybe your mother got news from someone who didn't do double checking, and all she's doing, in all honesty, is just repeating what she heard.
yeah.
So yeah, take it a step back, double check.
If there was ever a debate again, you remember what Trump did to Hillary? They should bring that girl he assaulted and those little boys and they're all grown now, bring them in the front row.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I think, and now the second debate is supposed to be on September 10th, just 8 days before Trump's sentencing.
Oh, that's my birthday too.
Yes. So I think that he's going to do so much better, because now they're going to prepare him for a debate with Trump, not a debate on what you've done. Anyone who wants to know all the good that Biden has done, just Google it.
Oh my God, the list is uncanny.
Yeah,
but are you going to allow the audience to ask questions, or are they going to just do the two of them?
No, I think that they'll probably just do the two of them.
But then he'll overtalk them, and he's such a squealy rag. Then you'll hear the noise of the diapers he's wearing.
Yeah, you know what? That is something that I couldn't handle. I don't know. I don't know how anyone can get close to him and not.
The gal that did the drawings in the court, Marchand's court, she sat there and said, I could hear it. You could tell everybody was sick from the smell. No wonder the jury found him guilty.
Yes.
And the other thing is, you hit with Senator Dianne Feinstein was sitting with him, and she backs off like this when he cuts really loud. And then even in the debate, his audio was only for him, because they cut off everybody. Yep. And you hear him talking, and then he always pauses right before he passes or whatever he's doing. You could hear it go off, and then he starts talking again.
Yeah, I know. And he loves to play the accordion. Constantly. Yeah, he's lying when he does this, when he does this. Yeah.
Well, the only reason we're all in an uproar and people need us right now is because he's a loser.
Yeah.
But he won one time. But remember, he won before. My friend Joe in New York said, everybody that's anybody in New York can tell you he's a loser. He's terrible. Yes. Yeah. But we didn't have all that information.
Yeah. And
I'm the one that can do this. I don't need your money. I'm a billionaire, okay? I don't need your money. I can do this. I can do that. And it was totally against the illegals. And by the way, he plans on building a big place so they can put all the illegals in prison.
Yeah. Yeah. And you know what? When that happens, and you kind of segregate all the illegals and the immigrants, I got a question for the big fancy schmancy rich people.
Yeah.
Who's going to cut your grass? Who's going to look after your kids? Who's going to make your meals? Who's going to drive you to and from wherever you need to go? Who's going to clean your house?
Right, but also the DACA kids, they're doctors, lawyers, they're military.
Yes.
There's some fantastic people out there that came here really thinking that they would, they serve in the military, and then they when he was in office, turn around and send him back to Mexico.
Yes.
What an ass.
I know. But that is... For those people who are feeling kind of like they're stuck, like they're, how do you stay grounded? How do you stay focused during all that? Just be positive. Know that all of this had to happen for a reason. And the reason is because we are moving on to a better future. And
right.
We know that things have to change. You can't just, go willy-nilly and start changing things. You need to first identify what's broken, what isn't working,
right?
What needs to be changed, and how.
Yeah, he thought he knew what was broken, but he made it worse.
Yes, and exactly.
I also understand the reason for the nervousness is because he did win one time, but he blew it. He blew it, you guys. He's not going to take it again. I'm telling you.
No, and I think if I'm not exactly convinced that he actually won. I think that there was some shenanigans going on with that.
Yeah,
but no, he had his chance, and he had 4 years. What did he do in those 4 years except try to make money for himself? He put his kids in the White House and then has the nerve to point at Hunter Biden and say, well, Hunter
worked 3 hours a day. He didn't even work. So Jan saying, I'm terrified Trump will win. But listen, you guys, get out of that. Just look at the birds outside. Focus on some hobby. Stop being in the terrified with the energy towards Trump, because that like produces like.
Exactly.
And that fear, he loves to get people fearful.
Yes, he does.
Then he's done, so don't be in fear.
No, this
too shall pass, and all of this will work out. Definitely. Yeah. I don't see Kamala stepping down at all. I don't see Biden giving his papers, nothing.
No.
I would tell you if I did. I don't get it.
Exactly. There's nothing in it for us if we're going to blow up your what. If we don't tell you the truth, how do we expect you to honor anything else that we say? So
right, and we haven't gotten it all right sometimes. Just like that whole thing, the guys were very clear that he would not get immunity. So this particular underhanded snakes act like they're going to give him immunity, but their word is not the word. Trust me, all this will be reversed. At the end of the day, the president does not have immunity for, and they kind of said that he has immunity for presidential, but not for his personal. So don't worry, you guys. Like, oh, why didn't you tell me this? And it's like, you know what?
Yeah, sometimes the messages that we get are, they could be for tomorrow, for next week, next month, next year. And I don't know about your guides, but mine don't always tell me, oh yeah, this is going to happen on such and such a day. It's look out for this, look out for that. And it's kind of, I give you a heads up, because don't forget, we all have free will. So, any of those things could change based on something we do, something someone else does. But ultimately, look at it long term. Look at it long term, and don't give any energy to any of it.
Your grandchildren, your children, all to take the test for the military. Everybody needs to be signed up for the military for that Amendment 25 or whatever it is. In the meantime, Bone Spurs never served a day.
No. I wonder who else went in his place and what their fate was.
Yeah. Oh, he's a chicken.
So.
But he can sit. He doesn't want to be seen with anybody in a wheelchair. Speaking of wheelchair, what do you think about that? Yes, exactly, Swami. Exactly.
Not others. Yeah.
But let me tell you something. What about that governor that's over there in Korea while his people are suffering?
Oh, from Texas?
From Texas.
Oh, Abbott. Yeah, great. Oh, that's another piece of work that is.
Burns, and you know what?
Yeah.
And the famous words of Linda Blair in The Exorcist, "You'll burn down there."
Uh-huh. Yeah. No, this there are so many people that that are going to be leaving government, that are going to be leaving their posts, that are going to be making decisions that, no, they don't. And I can see Trump leaving the country and getting to wherever he thinks he's going to get to and say, yeah, I'm not putting up with that bullshit anymore.
Well,
no, that's not what it is.
Sterling predicted he would leave the country years ago. And I remember thinking, I knew he wouldn't win as president. But if you think about it, so much trouble is coming before him. And if they open that door on the Epstein thing, I could see him exiting stage left.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So Abbott is going to come back, but people are mad at him. Texas is not happy with Abbott.
No.
Or Ted Cruz. Ted Cruz is out of town. You know who he always leaves when there's trouble.
Yeah, absolutely. I saw meme the other day that said, and it was a picture of Ted Cruz in Supreme Court robes, and it said, yeah, Trump has already said that if he wins, he's going to put Ted Cruz on the Supreme Court. Now, that is motivation enough for everyone within
vote him out.
Yeah, within hearing of my voice.
Trump doesn't like, but Trump's not going to have the ability to put anybody.
No.
He already promised Aileen Cohen to be on.
Oh, yeah, no doubt. I wonder how many people he has promised that VP position to.
Oh, I don't know. Did you ever get a hit on who you think he'll get? Notice he's taken forever.
I know. No, I didn't really. I know for sure it's not going to be a woman.
Oh, I kind of figured it was going to be a woman, but he doesn't like women, like you said.
No, and he doesn't like anyone taking any of the limelight away from him. It's got to, like the bride at every wedding, the deceased at every funeral. That's Trump. All the attention has to be on him. So I could almost see him going with Tim Scott, only because Tim Scott would just do anything for Trump. But
who he wants is his daughter.
Yeah, but if you're a personality like Trump, do you really want to have a person of color as your VP? Right. That's his big.
Starts off with the tower with the demon across it. It's going to shock all of us who he picks. And it might be a woman. I that's what showed before.
You know what?
What?
Here's one for you. What if he picks Ivanka?
I'm telling you, he wants to, but I don't think she would join him. I just don't. Or maybe the daughter-in-law or something.
Yeah, Laura.
He would like family, so he could keep the whole business in the family.
Exactly. That's where, and
he can find his. Barron has been going with him to all his events, standing up, waving to the crowd. Barron.
Oh, Barron. Oh, that's interesting.
Melania lets him go, but he's an adult now. I imagine she kept him close to her side, but now Trump can say he's my son too, and he's adult. He can come with me.
You know, I haven't really been watching any of the things that Trump does, so I haven't seen Barron. That doesn't mean that he's, you know, he's not there.
The female card in the deck can mean a feminine energy.
Okay.
Someone
Yeah.
has a softer, because, you know, Pence was a feminine energy.
Oh, yeah.
He had to
anyone who calls his wife mother, I'm sorry. You do that in private, right?
Yeah.
You don't announce it to
But
everyone.
God bless him. He did stand up to the bullies. He did.
Yes, he did.
He saved our democracy, you guys. And let me tell you something else. That Johnson is out to lunch. The stuff coming out of his mouth. And I'm going to tell you, when we win by a landslide, they may think they're going to be able to do something sneaky. So even if Biden wins, they can decide or send it to the Supreme Court. Everything will be all overdone. By the time November comes, they're not going to have a chance in hell.
Yeah, absolutely. No, there are good days coming ahead. And just one of the things that I said a while back, and sometimes it doesn't, what I say doesn't necessarily translate into totally what I'm feeling, but as much as there is a whole lot of anxiety going around, it's also excitement. Know that all this is happening because something better is going to happen. Just keep that in mind.
You're going to be able to relax and breathe.
Yes.
November 5th. Oh, I can't wait till this is all done.
Yes.
I don't think it's J.D. Vance. I think it would be that other guy before J. What did Sterling say?
J.D. Vance.
Sterling said 45. We'll try to flick. Oh, yeah, he's been saying that. But did he say who he thought might be VP? But you know, can I tell you something, you guys? These Dems that are making comments, and Rachel Maddow, who I used to adore, who I've cut off, they got this uppity attitude, like they're the ones that know better. No, you don't. And get the hell out of my way. Yeah. What's that you're eating?
Yeah. Exactly. Oh my gosh.
Well, you guys, I can't wait till after this election where we can just laugh. We should have a big show with everybody.
Yes.
And laugh and talk, and I'll have my sparkling cider.
Yes.
And just really ha all the way home.
Yeah. Absolutely. And we can do that thing that Oracle of Whimsy does, the little dance. I got it right. So yeah, it'll be just fine. Keep your vibration high.
And it's the realm that's talking to us. It's not an individual. Everybody has a connection. And it's interesting how a lot of the readers, you're not getting too many people saying the total opposite.
Yeah. And for those that are, a lot of them, if you look in their history, you'll find that a lot of them are Trump supporters.
Yes.
And you know, they're it's to their advantage to be saying, you know, yeah, Trump is going to win, and oh, Biden, oh, he's too old, he's this, he's that. Biden is the guy for the job.
Biden doesn't lie. Biden tells the truth.
No.
Biden has a record to beat all records. He will go down in history as one of the best presidents of the United States. But yes. I was telling somebody back with the last election, I accidentally plugged into two male readers, astrologers. And they were sure as hell. They had kind of a nice channel. They were putting the things up on oh, look at this. Trump is in for sure. He's going to win hands down, such and such, you know, crosses this and blah, blah.
Yes.
He's the winner, hands down. And I said, well, that's weird because I don't get that. But anyway, they were wrong.
Yeah.
And listen, let me ask your opinion, Marina. When he loses again, what happens to his people?
He doesn't give a damn about those people. When he loses again,
people feel like they're not going to give a damn about him.
Yeah, there's a lot of them that they're slowly starting to see the light.
Yeah,
they're slowly starting to kind of they're hearing things on the other side. There's stuff that's coming out, and there's so much coming out that it's making them pause. It's making
like that guy who said he talked to his parents in Florida. They have no idea about this 25.
Yeah. It's when, I said the other day on one of the shows, it's like if someone plucked you from where you are right now and put you somewhere in the middle of China and said, survive, make it. And somebody approached you and said, hey, listen, I was kind of in the same situation as you are right now a number of years ago, so I'm going to help you navigate this. You would have no reason to disbelieve them.
Yeah.
It isn't until you see what it is that they're doing that you can say, wait a minute, maybe I shouldn't trust you. That's where a lot of those people are. They had someone who said, no, I think like you. I'm one of you. Don't you worry. I'm going to stand up for you. Only I can solve this problem. And they gave him an opportunity. And what did he do with it? Nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing. So, yeah, there's, people want to protect their, and psychologically you can understand that they're asking themselves, well, if I was wrong about that, what else in my life am I wrong about? So
the poor, the elderly, and people on Social Security and veterans, they will demolish them.
Absolutely.
They're going to get rid of Social Security. They're going to get rid of veterans benefits. It's just terrible.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, they really don't understand that voting for him is voting against their own self-interest.
Yeah.
Right? Because he'll do it to the other guys, but he won't do it to me.
And he'll raise the middle class taxes and give the rich even more. That's why the rich want him.
Exactly.
So.
Yeah, exactly. So listen, my friend, we are at 57 minutes, and I would certainly love you to come back. So I don't want to keep you here forever and ever.
It's fine.
But yeah, thank you for everyone that's here. We've got over 2,400.
Awesome. Thank you guys for coming.
Yes, absolutely. I can't thank you enough. And for my small little group of folks, don't forget, if you have not yet subscribed to Linda's channel, what's wrong with you? Just go do it. So.
Hey, listen, I'll be on with Deanne, and she's a really pretty woman, and I can see her face. Tanya. She's a pretty black woman that has this little thing that she wears right here.
Yes. I know exactly who you mean, and the name has gone off my lips.
And then I'm also doing a live with I think at 11 a.m. I think Friday, but I'll double check it. It's posted with Andre.
Excellent. Thank you, Jeanette. Tanya Stingley. Yes.
Yeah, she's wonderful.
Yes.
Oh, thank you, Kara. Thank you, you guys.
Tanya.
Thank you, Water Lily.
Yeah.
Thank you guys to our people that helped out. Water Lily, Seascape. Was Lisa here?
Everybody. Yes, Lisa Foster. Absolutely. And don't forget you guys to subscribe to my channel as well. Yes. I'd love to have you.
Thank you guys. Thank you so much.
And Linda, always a pleasure. I hope we can do this again.
Thank you so much, honey.
All
Catch
right.
you.
Take care, all. Bye-bye.
Bye, guys.